Okay, this is update number 1 on the Crescent City Model Railroad Club layout. It's going through modifications and changes. Since the last update that was done by Mr. Art Houston, we have since added the fascia, and this is the control panel. Only the tortoise switches are mounted on the panel, and they're controlled from here for the reverse loop in the yard and in and out. Also, it can be controlled and set up for the shows when we do a continuous loop. You also notice that there's a lot of cars up in this area. We've been going through the cars and putting in metal wheels and fixing all number 5 couplers that are bad and replacing them with number 48 whiskers and getting rid of the copper springs on a lot of them. So that is in a process, and we are also checking them all and getting them down so we can install them onto our system. We'll be using CCMRC for operations and getting that done and getting ready so we can try to start operating. That's our camera car that will go around the layout when we do our shows. This here will be our engine terminal. We're widening it to give it 2 more extra tracks and 5 more spots. Once we have it up and running, you'll notice here we have a control panel. I'm going to pick it up. This panel here will be with kill switches so that when we have operations, all our sound units that will be on the layout can be, and in the yard here, can be turned off so they're not to draw any power while we're operating. And like I said, there will be a switch into this end and a switch coming into the other end. So, and basically, like I said, we've added the fascia, we've connected a DCC, which wasn't hooked up the last time, and we have been running trains on it. So it's we haven't operated yet, but we have been able to run trains around the thing. All the track is operational except for our staging yard on this side. The staging yard is underneath this part of the layout. This was a new addition. We still got some stuff to do to it, but for the most part it's pretty much done. As it comes around to the end, this end will be redone, and if you notice here, it's coming up is some of the buildings that will be on this end for an industrial switching area. One of the things we've been trying to do is increase capacity and also increase switching operations on our layout. So what we have with here, as you look down this side here, this is going to be, the main line goes up to your right. The left side will be our switching area and also goes to our staging yard, which has a reverse loop under there so we can bring trains in and out. And this is also what will be called our Alexandria branch, and this will kind of like connect the layout to Shreveport, Louisiana through Alexandria, Louisiana. So trains coming off of this, since Shreveport has a multitude of trains that can come through it from the Speedway and KCS, Norfolk Southern, BNSF, we should be able to operate more different trains that will come in over here to which is called Turner City. And Turner City will also be reworked a little bit, and changes will be made here in Turner City. The yard will be widened and increased, since this will be our interchange with all the other railroads coming into the thing, plus any interchange trains or trains that will go through to say north or south will come in through here and just be routed to the north or to the south. Basically, as you come around, this is Frog Bayou. It hasn't changed any. It's still going to be the same. So it stays. So we're going a little fast here. And comes around. And it stays pretty much all the same as we go all the way around. As Mr. Art Houston had told us in earlier, this is one of the original parts of the layout that is still here on the layout. Since we took all the fascia down and to put the DCC in and help with taking all the wiring out and putting in the new bus wires and stuff. We got a little edges are kind of roughed up here a little bit, but once as we get going, we'll clean the edges up, fix the edges up, and change and do what we need to do, and get them straight and get them looking better. But for right now, it's just a slow process of getting everything done. So as we move along here, we ran into a little space problem here, so we're gonna have to correct this by moving the fascias around a little bit and adding on. And so, and like I say, basically everything will be to change. The only thing we're going to do back here, whoops, is change these two switches out that are right here. These switches are going to that will be replaced, will be hand-built switches, so we can eliminate this straight switch right here and make these all curved turnouts all the way into these 3 tracks here. These cars that are all laid out right here belong to one of our members, and they're all from all different clubs and events that he has attended. And every one of them's got a different name on it, different representation from different clubs and things. And basically everything back through here is pretty much the same. Nothing's changed. Spillway scene with the return track in the back, and the turn comes back over there. Behind here is the refinery and Ellison, and then you come back through here, and this is what, like I say, this has all been redone, and we've got taken out a lot of things that are over here, so we got to replace, figure out. We also, this is another one of our control panels. It controls the switches down here at the end, underneath that bridge right there, and as you come back around this way, it controls the 2 switches down here behind my camera case. So, and boxes and stuff and supplies that we're using to work on, UPT. And this is our new addition. And as he pointed out, this is there was a duct under here that's been removed. We've kind of redesigned, kept this station here, got passenger terminal here on this side. Our double main line going into the yard with the crossovers so it can be reworked around. This is going to be McNally Yard now. It's a dual end yard and a stub yard on side, so you can actually have one engineer, one yard man working one end of the yard, another man working this end of the yard classified, and another yard man working a stub yard getting ready for the train to bring around to the industrial side. And as you come around this side here, which I've just finished up, getting some of the track down, is our industrial side, leads in industrial area. I've got the track down. It does work with the DCC. I used jumpers when I was checking it. I've now put in all the feeders, which I'll have to connect hopefully tomorrow. And it goes down, and you see in the back down there, let's see. Going the right way, yeah. You see some buildings that are background buildings that will go along this background that will be in the middle here where this hole is. It runs up the center. And as you see the track, I put some track in to come around. This whole side over here where all the supplies are along the wall will also be an industrial area for switching. So we'll have a good size of industrial area for switching. So it will hopefully see how that works out. So this is, like I say, this is my first time at this, so if I make any mistakes or didn't do it right, I'll apologize, but I'll get better as I do more of these. So, but anyway, this is my first update of the layout since the last update by Mr. Art Houston, and I hope you enjoy looking at it. Thank you very much. Bye.